What up everyone, it's your boy Mr. Steal Your Pennies, aka Noah Kagan. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can set up Facebook ads to get your own $1 email list signups. When I worked at Facebook, I helped build Facebook ads, and since then I've spent over $3 million running Facebook ads for Sumo.com and AppSumo.com. Today I'm going to show you my exact strategy so you can set up for yourself your own Facebook ad strategy to get $1 email list signups. Let me show you exactly how I do it. There's two things that you gotta be aware of. You gotta drive super cheap traffic to high quality articles, and then you're gonna capture them with a landing page with retargeting. What the hell are you talking about? Don't worry, I'm gonna show you exactly what you need to be doing. So let's go right into it. Which articles should you promote? So this is my Facebook page, OK Dork, and what you do is on your page, you click on Insights, click. Then you're gonna go to Posts, and you're gonna see all posts. And what I like to do is sort it by reach. And what this is showing me is it's organic reach. So what is something naturally people on Facebook are liking and enjoying? So sharing with their email address, why I walked out on Tony Robbins, simple truth. So basically these are the articles that you're gonna use to promote. So I like to do this, number one, to figure out what to promote. Another thing you can do is go to buzzsumo.com. It's totally free, it's not associated with us, but it's free, and type in your URL. And then you could see the first 5 articles that are popular. The most important thing is just get articles that are already popular to advertise. Do what works. Yes. So Tony Robbins, my podcast launch, growing an 8-figure business, 7 biggest marketing strategies for 2017. So I've got a list of 5, 10 articles that I know are popular. Who do I promote it to? And I'm gonna show you exactly what to promote it to. So what you can do is you go to Facebook Audience Insights, which is facebook.com/ads/audience-insights. We'll have it in the description below. And what you can do there is that if you want to put a custom audience in, you could do that. We're not going to cover that in this video. What's really easy is right here on the left side, you can connect your page. So I connected the OK Dork page. And what's really powerful about this is it shows you who exactly loves your stuff. Right? It's like, think about it, you can find your wife. It's like, you input all this shit, it's like, yo, marry this one. Like, nice. So you input this stuff, you choose your page, and now what it'll show you is your demographics. So basically what it tells me is that I have a bunch of dudes that love to follow me, so I'm gonna go advertise on Grindr. No, I'm kidding. But I have a lot of dudes, 25 to 44, that love to learn the things that I talk about. Here's the second thing that's really interesting. Go figure out what else they like. So click on page likes, and you could see they like HubSpot, Lifehacker, Business Insider, Udemy, AppSumo, Tim Ferriss. Oh, Tim Ferriss, that's interesting. So now I have an understanding of they like these types of things, and there's who they are, and here's what I want to promote to them. So I took my article, the Why I Walked Out on Tony Robbins, that's one of my most popular ones, and that's what I'm going to drive cheap traffic to. I'm not going to collect their email addresses. I'm just going to drive cheap traffic to them so that I can then retarget them to collect their email address. And what exactly does retargeting mean? When you visit a page, they put a cookie on it. Think about it like they put a tracker on you, and now they follow you all around the web. It's kind of creepy, actually. It's like, where are they? But that's what's happening with retargeting. Once you visit this article, I put a cookie on you, and now time you go on Facebook, Facebook goes, oh, he went to that page, and they could show you ads or other things they want to do. I thought this was my most popular article, so let me show you exactly how I set up the ads for this article. And I don't collect email addresses aggressively on this because I collect them on the retargeting. So you're going to go to Facebook Ads Manager. So what you do is you create a campaign. My campaign, what I called it, is articles. So these are just my traffic driving articles. Then I create my ad set. So your ad set is who you're targeting. That's the who. And then your ads are the what. They're going to be that creative stuff. So I created the Tony Robbins ad set, and I'm only targeting mobile traffic because I found it to be half as cheap, surprisingly. Let me show you exactly how I set it up so you can see for yourself. And you literally just copy me. You're going to be fine. So in placements, so let's just go one by one. Naming your ad sets makes it easier for you to figure out things in the future. So I target mobile traffic. I'm targeting the Tony Robbins article to Tony Robbins fans, Big 4, it's not basketball, it's the Big 4 countries, and men 24 to 65. This really just for like a dating profile. Then in placements, it's where you're gonna be showing it. I found mobile, I separated ad sets, one for desktop, one for mobile, and my mobile traffic was getting half as much cost, so I only do mobile from now on. I'll probably test desktop later out. What I do is I found that Instagram is expensive, so I don't target anybody in Instagram. Device type is mobile. I do Facebook and audience network. Next up is you have your daily budget. That's really up to yourself. I generally recommend $10 a day to start. And then here's the targeting. This is what's going to be matter most to you. In your targeting, I generally do for the Big 4 countries: USA, Canada, Australia, Canada. to figure out which one was missing. You got to make sure you exclude people who are already on your mailing list. How do you do that? You upload your mailing list as a custom audience and exclude them right here. Now target the big 4 countries I talked to you about, the age and gender that we just saw from Facebook Audience Insights, and who you're going to target. I know people get super crazy with this and you can get super fancy, but I'm showing you how to do what's simple and effective and affordable. So I targeted Tony Robbins and I excluded something else, but I'm not going to get into why right now. So I targeted those people exactly. Then optimization and delivery, I'm only trying to drive link clicks. Just try to drive link clicks and let it be bid automatic. There's a bunch of different techniques where you can front load your bids and all this other stuff that I'm sure someone can charge you a lot of money to teach you, but it probably doesn't matter for 95% of you. And that's literally all I've set up for my ad set. I don't deal with anything else. Now let me show you exactly how these ads look. What I recommend is generally doing at least 2 different images and 2 different titles on your ads. So it's gonna be 4 ads or more potentially. So I had a bunch before and then I found the 3 that worked the best and I just show those. So as you can see, this is the one. Let's look at this one, what it looks like. I took some photos and I'm only targeting mobile so you can see what these look like. And in terms of the categories that matter to me, I set up custom columns of what things I'm tracking. So let me just show you a screenshot of that so that you can actually see what I look at. The ones that matter the most are these. So you can see it on the right side. Just copy this. I don't know if I can make it bigger, but just copy this and you'll be good. Relevant score, result rate, budget, I'll go through these, but this is what you copy, hit save, and you'll have the same columns I have. So what I look at is relevancy score. That's how qualified your ad is to the people you're targeting. The reach of how, the results of how many people are reaching. The things that matter to me, frankly, on this is just what's my CPC. That's pretty much all I look at. What exactly that means is how much am I paying for one person to click and visit the article. And what I'm trying to do is get really, really cheap clicks to my article and then really cheap retargeting to actually capture their email address. So think of it this way. I want people to come have a great meal. Ooh, oh boy, ramen. Oh, again, oh, so happy. And then after that, I say, here's your bill. And if you have a great meal, you don't mind paying a little bit of money for a great meal. But I think what's happening in email sometimes, in email marketing, is that people are like, here's your bill. And I'm like, I haven't even tasted the food yet. Like, what am I having for dinner? So that's why I like to do this strategy. And so you run a few ads and Facebook will figure out which ad will get you the lowest CPC. And make sure you double check it yourself, but it could be, look at this. These 2 images. This is another image that I did. This is literally 20 cents versus 50 cents. It's 2.5 times more expensive to show this ad. That's just a funny image. Your worst day could be your best day, but that's 2.5 times more expensive. So try as many images as possible and be extreme. Don't do just like one word change. Try showing very dramatic. One's sad, one's happy, one's funny, one's like sarcastic, whatever it is. And you'll get a big difference on that. And so as you can see in these campaigns now, in that traffic one, so they're super, super cheap. I'm spending $250 a day on Tim and $125 a day on Tony. And the way I set this up and the way I look at this is that I see which one's getting more cheaper clicks. So actually Tony Robbins' article now is getting cheaper. So I'm gonna make that $250. You can create rules. I'm not gonna talk about anything really complicated today. I wanna keep it really simple. So now how do you capture the $1 email accounts? Let me show you. So I created a campaign called Retargeting. So in Retargeting, I have desktop and mobile. I stopped doing desktop because it was twice as expensive. Let me just show you because you're like, I don't know if it's twice as expensive. No, I don't believe you. I always do that kind of like fucking bitch face. But you can see $3 desktop, 80 cents mobile. $3, 80 cents, $3, 80 cents. Anyway, so mobile worked better. I like separating out my mobile and desktop. It shows that it's cheaper to get the mobile traffic. All right, so in mobile, I created the ad set. Let me show you what the ad set looks like so you can copy it for yourself. This is retargeting. Okay, so before you get set up with retargeting, you've got to put a pixel on your website so that you can drop a cookie when people visit your website. With me? Good. So what you do is you go to pixels, that's up here. You go to pixels, all tools, pixels, and you're gonna grab that pixel and then put it on your website. They have pretty straightforward instructions and you could see right here, it's green. That'll show that the pixel's installed. So if you're using Chrome, go install Facebook Pixel Helper and you can actually verify that it's working right here. Bam! All right, so you've got the pixel installed. Now you need to create a retargeting audience. So you need to create the audience of people who are visiting your website. All right, so what you do is you go to audiences. Again, that's in that same section. You create an audience that's a custom audience and they're based on your website traffic. So anyone who visits your websites, I generally like doing 180 days and then name it. So OK Dork retargeting or OK Dork all visitors, whatever it is that you want it to do, create audience. So you can see I have that right. I already created one before, but I have all OKD visitors right here. And this is anyone who's visited the site, and I've had in the past 180 days, as I told you to do, 200,000 people. Whoa, can't believe it. This is gonna get a little bit complicated, but stick with me. So to do retargeting, you actually have to track a conversion, which means that they've come to the site, given the email, and actually signed up. So let me show you exactly what to do for that. It was kind of confusing for me to figure out. So on one of my pages, this is my source code, when they submit their email address, let me just show you what that looks like. So when they submit their email address here, I have to tell Facebook, yo, they did it. I'm like, yo, Mark, it's over. Okay, so right here you can see on click when I'm submitting the form, tell Facebook to track a complete and call it complete registration. So you got to put that on the forms where they sign up so Facebook knows, okay, they've clicked it, it's submitted, they're subscribed. So coming back here to retargeting, you can see I've called this conversion event complete registration, which we just called it before. You can do this. All right, so you've set up your conversion. Now pick your budget, whatever you're comfortable with. I generally, if you're starting out new, do 10 bucks a day. And then who do you target? How do you actually set up retargeting? It's not really straightforward. So you've got to target that audience we just created, the all OK Dork visitors. And you've got to exclude anyone who's on your mailing list. So in that audience section, you could upload your mailing list and exclude them. Otherwise, you're wasting those valuable Jew ad dollars. As well as anyone that Facebook has tracked, the OK Dork confirm registration, you want to exclude them too. I like targeting the big 4 countries, my target demographic as usual, and that's it. And that is setting up the ad set retargeting. Now it's going to show ads to people who are visiting my website and not on my mailing list yet. So I have it in terms of the optimization, delivery, conversions, because I want the email sign up. I'm not trying to get link clicks. I want conversion event to be 1 day. That means that Facebook has 1 day to figure out if things are happening with those traffic. That's it. I put my own manual bid amount, but again, you could do automatic. I just said I want $1.25 or less and go as crazy as you want, Facebook, and I save and close it. So the ads I have for this, I tried a bunch of different ones out, and what's important is the page you're sending them to, so I'll show you that as well. The one that ended up working the best, let's just go see it. It's right here, this one. So it's mobile again, so it's just a photo of me with a bear and a helmet, obviously. And what's important here is your image and then what you're promoting that you want them to retarget. So I learned this from Beer Brand. So I have 10 biggest marketing strategies of 2017. Other ones I tried out were my Mint marketing plan. I tried sending them to an article, but sending them to a landing page with that on it worked most effectively. So let me show you what that page looked like. It's okdork.com/email-newsletter. And it's just an email opt-in page. You can't do anything else on this page. So it's super focused. And in the description, we actually should have a WordPress plugin for free that you can do this on. So I tried a bunch of different ads, and the one where I sent them to a landing page and I just had that funny photo, try a bunch of different photos, worked at 51 cents. And that's pretty crazy. So if you even see, let's see it in the last 7 days. 51 cents, this is crazy. So this one is actually costing me 92 cents. So I'll turn it off. I'll just do this right now. So turn that one off live. So here's a few key tips before you zone out. You're like, oh, I gotta fast forward to find the end. Here's a few things you've gotta pay attention to when you're running these ads. One, people talk shit on your ads. So you've gotta go preview and check comments on your ads regularly. There's gonna be a lot of positive comments, but there's always gonna be like, Noah looks like a bum, whatever it is. So there's no comments on here, but once a week check it, because if there's comments on it that are super negative, then other people aren't gonna click on it. On your article, I highly recommend doing a pop-up, and I use List Builder by sumo.com. It's totally free. It actually cut my spending by 30%, which is, I was surprised. I didn't think it'd be that good. Second thing on your article is I do a content upgrade right here. So if they click it, it's a chance for them to opt in. So those are the two things on the article. I'm not trying to get their email address, but if they want to give it to me, I'll take it. And third, on your retargeting thing, make sure you use a landing page just like this so it's really focused on them. And those are 3 key bonus tips. So again, to use Facebook ads to get $1 email list signups, you're gonna drive cheap traffic to specific articles. And one thing to think about is create multiple articles. So if you found that Tony Robbins is good, and then you're like, well, who else is my audience? Like Tim Ferriss? All right, so we actually created a Tim Ferriss article. He's a friend of mine, so we took an article of his and made it really good. And now we're driving traffic to this article, and it expands your audience. So expand your audiences based on topics your people want. You can find that on your Facebook Audience Insights right here. And then retarget them with customized landing pages to actually capture their email address and get $1 email signups. All right, so Brandon had a really good question. Do I ever target Instagram ads specifically? And yes, so when I originally started out, I targeted everything. I was like, well, let me just try it and see what happens. And what happened was when I did it, I found that Instagram was actually twice as expensive as just doing Facebook Direct and Audience Network. And here's exactly how you can check that out. You click on Breakdown, and then what you can check on is Platform, And what this will show you is where people actually clicked on it from. So you can see, I actually don't even do Instagram here anymore because it was so expensive, but this is a way that you can do, okay, which gender is actually cheaper, which locations are cheaper, which audience network versus Facebook is different. And so you can see like audience network, I'm getting really affordable traffic versus Facebook. You can't actually remove that, I checked. But this is where I saw that Instagram was so expensive, so I stopped doing Instagram. One of the key things with Facebook is that they're incentivized to take your money, and you're incentivized to protect your money. So you need to be a little aggressive up front. Which images convert better, which messaging converts better, which locations convert better, which gender demographics convert better. And once you've got this set up, you really don't have to refresh it until at least 2 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. And that's the goal, is that find the machine that works and dump as much money in it as possible to hit your ROI or whatever goals you have. So a key thing of a modern marketer is just not worrying about necessarily like where you're advertising, it's just what's working. So I try it out. So try Reddit ads, try Google, try Facebook, try Twitter, try Pinterest. I don't care about it. What I care about is what is the cost per sign up and how is the quality of that person. So what was actually a really interesting story with this, let me show you. I was getting really cheap signups, and why I was getting super cheap signups is because I was targeting women. I included women. So what happened is I was including women, and I'm getting a few hundred people a day signing up, and then I was like, let me go actually look at the people signing up. And what happened was, this is actually kind of a cool thing to see. So I showed people that signed up, and I literally went through every single person that was signing up, but I was like, all right, this person signed up for my homepage, fine. And then you could actually separate them out to people that sign up for your ads and see, are they opening, are they clicking on your emails, are they taking the action you want, or are they crappy people? Once you're doing these ads and you get a bunch of people starting to sign up, go and check out the people to see if it's your right audience, because a lot of people weren't opening and clicking my emails. It's not the right audience. And it turned out they were all female. And as I went into my demographic, I was like, man, almost none of them are female. Let me not target women whatsoever. And it's not that I don't like women, I love them. But the point is that they're not actually as interested in my content. There's probably someone who can better share that type of content for them. So I target my audience, which is males 25 to 44. And another point of this is that on Google, we've done about $150,000 in ad spend and had no results from it on Sumo.com and AppSumo. But on Facebook, we spent $3 million and it's worked. And now we're experimenting with other channels, but those are the ones that have worked. So I don't really care about the channel as much as what is the cost per customer sign up and what's the quality of that customer. And that is how you're gonna grow your email list. Super cheap, super fast. Do it.